Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new edition of Big Brother 25 Live Beat Spoilers. Welcome to day 36 in the game. It is the day after Red's birthday. And
Mhm.
here's the funny thing about Big Brother in general is that there's always that part of me that wants to believe that everything is going to just sort of be stable. And maybe on some seasons it would be. But this is Big Brother Flip Edition. Okay, that's a terrible name for a season, but these people never make up their minds ever, and so I think just moving forward, we can never say a plan is ever solidified.
No, we were really confident yesterday that Jag was leaving, and here we are today, and it looks like Red is leaving. It's just they really can't make up their minds.
The problem is, I want to believe these people when they're just like, "Hey guys, this is the plan. We're gonna stay with the plan. Nothing is ever gonna interrupt the plan." And then something interrupts the plan, and sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I just kind of feel like they're bored and they want to play Big Brother on hard mode and make the game more difficult for themselves.
Well, this one I kind of understand. I mean, Suri is really worried that Jag is going to bring the rest of the house together against her. But at the same time, like, I know that Cameron and Red had a fallout, but friends make up. And for me, it was always just a really weird thing to leave Red in the house because if those two make up, they are strong.
Well, we're going to get into how all this came together, whether or not it's stable, some of the other issues that are going on in the game.
Mhm.
Before we do move forward, though, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Yesterday, we officially made it to 65,000 subscribers. We are so grateful and thrilled to be able to hit that milestone.
Yeah, it was a really a big deal for Matt and I. We
Yeah,
had a really fun time on our live stream last night that we have every week over on our Patreon. We had a big party
yeah,
yesterday on the live stream. It was really awesome. So, thank you so much to
thank
everybody
you.
who hit that subscribe button for us and helped us reach that milestone. And thank you to everybody who came to the live stream party last
Yeah.
night over on Patreon. It was really fun.
Yeah, it really, really was. And here's the hitting more milestones and having more fun discussions with you guys.
Yeah. Okay. So yesterday was Red's birthday, and what was his present? Becoming the target. And, it's at least for now. I mean, it's Wednesday. This is what does he say? The house of flip floppers. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it could change again by tomorrow. But so much of the drama that happened while people were it was so weird because this drama all happened like while everybody was wearing party hats and celebrating his birthday.
I I don't
Drama
usually
always happens around the birthday.
it really, really does. This could be, I don't know, maybe the second funniest birthday in Big Brother existence now. I rarely say this, but I can't wait to see how the show edits this together. If it's like showing people indulging in birthday treats and then like backstabbing in the other room. But okay, here is how some of this came together. And as are all things in the world of Big Brother 25, this is fairly complicated, but a lot of it sort of stems from various sort of lies and embellishments that Jared said to Red back before Red and Cameron had their falling out. Because
Mhm.
Jared, he tried to make it seem like Cameron deliberately wanted to be a pawn versus Red. And then yesterday, Red started to poke around a little bit, asking Jared and some other people more of what exactly it was that Cameron really said.
Mhm. So, also, Red discussed the idea of being in a room with Cameron and Jared to talk things out, which is, what I'm saying, like keeping Red here and Red and Cameron, if they're friends, they had a falling out, they could be friends again. It happens all the time, right? Jared could be like this mediator for them to kind of talk things out, but it could also have been, where he gets called out for stirring the pot and, creating the wedge between them.
This is really questionable for Red in a lot of ways, where I think you have to be self aware enough to sort of know, okay, how am I going to be able to stay in this game? I need to look like I am with the people who are voting and
Mhm.
not with the person who was on the block with me before he ended up winning the veto. Like, we'll talk a little later about some of the stuff that he is doing to make it seem like there could be some sort of divide there. But why are you having this discussion now? Why is trying to talk out what happened when you and Cameron on the block together? Like, how is that relevant to you staying in the game right now?
Yeah, I think Red's friendship with Cameron is just real. And I think if he's going out the door, I think he's probably worried that that friendship is just going to be broken. And if Cameron stays a long time and Red is out a long time, then that friendship might not be able to be mended. So my feeling is he probably wants to make sure that it's mended, but he's not really thinking of the optics of that and
Yeah.
how it looks. That's like him and Cameron are on the block. Cameron's off the block. Now Red wants to work things out with Cameron. It doesn't look great.
Yeah. And, and speaking of optics, there's also this other concern now where Cameron won pressure cooker. I understand pressure cooker is not the most physical feat of all time, but he did stand there for a really long period of time. And he
Yeah.
won that. He won the veto. And what if Cameron wins the next HOH? And, there's concerns that he wouldn't nominate Red if he won HOH, if Red stays in the house. And then, of course, as you've sort of said, that the friendship does make up. Like, this stuff gets in people's heads. Understandably, paranoia can
Mhm.
kind of go next level in the game. And now, lo and behold, at the time of this recording, and that is very, very important because who knows what will happen in an hour,
Yeah.
it seems like the plan has shifted back to keeping Jag this week, and now Red is going to be leaving the game.
Yeah. So Red told Bowie Jane that, who he's, reasonably close to, that he won't talk to Cameron again until after the next HOH, which could make it seem like he's just playing up the feud right now. But, Bowie hasn't really spread that around.
Look at us mentioning Bowie Jane in one of these updates. That has been she has been a ghost at times on the feeds, but like you said, she is close. She is close to Red.
Mhm.
This is the sort of strategy that Red needs to be doing rather than, oh, I'm going to try to talk things out with Cameron in a room. If people don't think you and Cameron are going to work together, that benefits your game. The great unknown here is just that we haven't seen tonight's episode yet. Like, I'm
Mhm.
really curious if we get a confessional from Red or Cameron where they're sort of just talking about how they're sort of letting people think this feud is lasting. And
Mhm.
we just don't have a lot of evidence of that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jag, I can say a little bit more, my guy Jag, because guess what, Jag? You deserve some applause for this. You had a day yesterday where you were not completely overboard and talking game with everybody
Yeah.
and making everybody feel really paranoid. You settled down. You had a good talk with Sari that may make her feel more comfortable. You are not giving people a reason to get rid of you, and sometimes in Big Brother, that is all you need.
Yeah, and speaking of Cerie, she had gotten fully on board with evicting Red after hearing about how Red wanted Jared to mediate this talk with Cameron. She claims that there won't be any more second guessing after this, but this is Big Brother,
Yeah.
and this is the house of flip floppers this season. It's hard. Like, as you think of, you have nothing to do in this house except think, so you can really like think yourself to death.
Once again, the edit is going to be so fascinating on this. I mean, are they going to show Jag agreeing to be a pawn and then the show clowning Jag and then they're going to show Red being like, can you facilitate this mediation with this person you guys don't want me to work with?
Yeah, it's you listen, Red,
Oh, we're talking to Red now.
just focus on getting off the block here that you do not end up going out the door tomorrow. Like, that is really the only thing that matters. I think yes, your heart is in it with your friendship, and I understand, and you don't want to leave things unresolved, but you're focusing on the wrong stuff.
Okay, let's get really messy and complicated now. I'm gonna do my best to try to explain what's happening here because we sort of set this up that people, I think mainly Sari, really she really wants to make things more complicated than they need to be at times. And she had this talk with Matt last night where they discussed potentially the idea of voting with Bowie Jane and Cameron to evict Jag. And Jag would still stay thanks to six other votes, but they could cover their butts with Cameron and Bowie Jane and just be like, oh, we voted with you guys. And then they could tell Jag that, oh, Corey in America, they tried to get you out, and they could try to throw Corey in America under the bus. But at the end of the day, I think they've realized that this plan is absolutely insane, and that Cameron could just end up telling Corey that, Suri and Matt voted the way that they did, and then Corey and America get thrown under the bus. They're just so afraid of making Cameron mad by voting to evict Red, as though Cameron's just, one person. Obviously, he's won competitions, but tentatively at the end of all of this weirdness, they decided that it can be an 8-2 vote, and Bowie and Cameron can be left out of it. And hey, we'll try to explain things after the fact, I guess. I guess good that we might not have another unanimous vote.
Yeah, I mean, America has assured Jag late last night that he's going to be okay and that Red will be evicted, but he can't spread it around or it's just going to mess everything up. Hopefully Jag will just be okay and that'll be the way that it is. I mean, it's still important for him not to just pull a Riley and go to the other room and start dancing around. He still needs to be on top of things. He just needs to do it differently.
Just do what you did yesterday. Yeah, I am. That's probably because I'm emotionally invested in Jag. I'm just really worried that he's just going to go and blah, 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 to everybody about everything today. He had one day where he was calm, and I think he's probably like, okay, it's fine now. I can go back to being the old Jag today.
Yeah, it's tough. Being on the block is tough. It makes you really paranoid. Like I said, there's nothing else to do in this house but think yourself to death.
Okay, it's time now to talk about your girl Felicia.
I know. I'm so worried.
She is just like I love her. She's great television, but she's continuing to do too much. Like telling American Corey immediately about the vote switching to Red once Suri's group kind of made this decision. And then also, I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't know why this happens. At one point yesterday, Izzy hid in the HOH bathroom while Nicole and Bowie each had individual conversations with Jared. Then Felicia went and told me later that Izzy was hiding in the bathroom during the conversations.
Listen, Felicia's definitely being set up as a possible target in the next few weeks. Red's really upset with her, thinking that she's, mad with power and wants to blow up her game, if he gets evicted, that's what's going to happen. We'll see. I don't know. People always say that they're going to blow up somebody's game as they're walking out the door, and sometimes they do, but I don't know. Red, is this going to be your moment?
Red, your moment is going to be being evicted after your birthday. That is your moment, unless you magically pull some sort of rabbit out of your hat today. Felicia just needs to borrow a page from what Jag did temporarily and just chill out, Felicia. You're not in any danger. You're
in danger now a little bit, though.
Yeah, you've stepped in it a little bit more than you needed to, but
she can fix it. She can fix it.
I mean, there is a part of me, and the idea of like Felicia and Mimi versus like Suri and Izzy, if that ever came to pass, it would be really entertaining just because like all four of them are really, really big personalities. Mm-hmm. And if Suri continues to just get annoyed by Felicia going rogue, like I can see it. And I hate to say it in one point because, I want these four to stick around in the game, but I just don't know if the wheels are in motion too much at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, this is Big Brother, and there's always time to change things around. A lot of it sort of just is going to depend on what happens this week as well. Is Red really going to walk out the door and blow up Felicia's game, or is he just going to walk out the door? If he just walks out the door, there's a way to fix some stuff. If not, Felicia's sort of stuck doing a lot of work to undo what Red does.
We will see exactly where the messiness goes from here.
I don't think Red's gonna do it.
I don't think
I
Red's
just
gonna do
don't.
it.
Yeah, I just don't feel it.
Everybody, when it's live, they're just suddenly like on their best behavior. They're talking differently. They're acting differently.
Yeah.
We will see. But okay, well, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Thank you again to everybody who helped us get to 65,000. We really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, we had some delicious cupcakes
Yeah.
last night. I've got some pictures up over on our Instagram, which is Matt and Just TV, if you want to check that out, and you can follow us over there as well.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you here next time.